Okay, let's just make sure we've gone live. And I went live to the right channel. There we go. So mute yourself on Ninja, Sparky. Hey, that's very good. Well done, mate. Super pumped. Who are you hearing twice? Just Sparky. You just keep talking, Sparky. Have you muted this? No, it's not on stream. Hold on. No. Really? Hold on a second. Let me mute these guys. Okay. Try now. Speak, Sparky. Speak, Muzz. Sparky. Romeo. Can you hear me?
Welcome in, everyone. This is RSC SSA Season 2. And we're here with me, Muzz, and with me, Sparky, bringing in Season 2. Sparks, this is it, Season 2 of the RSC SSA version. It's good.
It's good, and it's officially started. I'm excited. This
Yeah.
time, we see a few changes going through here with all the rosters, of course, and
Oh, of
a few
course.
returning players as well. So we're looking forward to seeing them, seeing the improvements in the players, and just overall the improvements in RSC. I mean, Season 2, come on, in SSA, this is huge.
Yeah, this is huge. And I think a lot more players, that hype's being created, that interest is being created. Everyone saw Season 1. They wanted to get in on that action. And now here we are, Season 2, right? And we got 3, I think, very big, exciting matches here. 2 prospects and 1 masters.
Yeah, it looks like it's starting off strong here. If I'm not mistaken, just to correct you, is it actually 2 masters and 1 prospect there, or is it 2 prospects and 1 masters?
2 prospects and 1 masters from what I can see, Mr. Sparky.
Fair enough. Either way, it's gonna be a show, and I can't wait for it. The prospects gonna pull through, show us their talent, and then later on, the masters, obviously, showing the best that they can possibly display for Rocket League itself.
And have you found yourself playing against Spark? Are you in the fold once again?
Yes, I am indeed. I'm currently managing Shadow Esports as an AGM, Assistant General Manager, and playing in the Elite tier last season, coming through in the Rival tier. So, of course, the CMV change happened as well from Season 1 to Season 2. So we've seen a few players move up in the ranks, a few move down. So it's quite interesting, in my opinion.
And I mean, in terms of like you being a player as well during Season 1,
Mhm.
how did you find kind of it was able to grow the grassroots levels and how good RSC was just for the kind of general Rocket League community? You found it went really well?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, off my personal experience, the teammates I had in RSC, I now played RLCS with them. So it was kind of like a meet and greet, and now we're just tagging along, just going with it. So
Yeah.
my goal is to hopefully get, the lower tiers who don't really have teammates, who don't have a team yet, to maybe form that and just get them to know each other and be like, hey, yo, you guys can compete in RLCS together. That is a possibility. So, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It's not kind of, we want to choose the best team possible, like in the RLCS, right? Everyone gets drafted, you get chosen. If you're signed up, you get drafted, you make a team as well, which is super great as well. And, at least in terms of our 2 prospect games, we've got Rosius versus Brotato, we've got the Nightwalkers here versus Kessia, and then Drogar versus Shadow Abyss as well. So already 3 massive series coming at us here, Sparky. And it's good to see, right?
100%.
Fancy Lizard here on the field, Unguarded Ace, Stolsey, a couple names coming back.
Yeah, 100%. We recognize a few of them and a few that we don't really remember from last season. But yeah, that's the joy about it. It's ever growing. New players are coming through every time, and
Yeah.
really, really something to see. Hopefully, the new players have a positive influence to the scene, and the existing ones just show them the ropes.
Yeah, and I think if people are here for the first time, Sparky, kind of run us through that kind of your each player's point system. So some players are expensive, some players sit in the middle, some players are towards the lower end. How does
Yeah.
that kind of player price tag work?
So in general, just the price tag in CMV, we call it CMV on the side in RSC, and every tier has a cap. So if we look at the caps for each one, we got the prospect sitting at 4,520, and that's how much CMV you can spend on a player. And of course, as you go up in the tiers, that CMV increases to the rival tier, hitting 5,300 to all the way to masters 6,800. So it's a huge gap. But this is because the players, as they go on, they get more and more expensive. So yeah, it's interesting to see how this plays out.
Last season was really expensive, wasn't he?
Yeah, he really was.
All right, well, guys, without a further ado, series number 1. It's prospect here. Rosius taking on Brotato. Let's get it, Sparky.
Let's get it. Looking forward to this.
Season number 2. Our inaugural game here. It's prospect. Of course, 2 prospects tonight, followed by masters as well. And Unguarded Ace, I think, just giving us the green flag to jump in. Prediction, Sparky, do we dare?
Oh, not now. I do not dare.
No
First
chance.
match of RAC, no chance. No, as we go into
the bro
this,
community is very strong and they support their lads, and maybe I might pip bro to take the victory here.
Oh, fair enough. And as you say that, they're getting the first goal in the series.
What can
Maz.
I say, Sparky? I know what I'm talking about, even when I pretend.
No, I love it. I love it. You predicted well there. Fancy Lizard getting that goal. An assist from unguarded off the corner read. Quite hard to read those shots sometimes.
Yeah. And we see here Neveds, we see here Crunchy Turtle and Puppy taking on Stolzy unguarded and Fancy Lizard as well. So prospect tier breaking the ice here for RSC Season 2.
Yeah, and with that quick goal, it seems like things have kind of settled. We're not seeing like 4 goals in 30 seconds here. So that's a good start. Starting off strong here from Potato, keeping the ball in the half of the blue side. And it's looking like the pressure is all on them as Fancy Lizard goes up in the air, but Potato able to deny that on the backboard. Brilliant display of skill from these players.
Yeah, and just Potato kind of holding on to this 1-0 lead at the moment right now. We see Puppy wants to push it forward. Can he get you past Fancy Lizard? As Fancy Lizard, of course, our first goal scorer, Crunchy Turtle, gets on to Stolzy. Stolzy has to clear this one from his own corner, wants to drive it, but Neveds as well with some interesting wheels going on. This Octane here, I'm not sure if there's a bunch of fish stuck in those tires. Oh, long Stolzy, maybe finds the back of the net. Oh, okay. I don't know. Yeah, Sparky just beat out 1, beat out 2.
He did really well there. Unguarded with the bump on Crunchy Turtle. Kind of lost there as lost man. And just be open nets for Stolzy. Happily not missing it.
Oh my goodness. Well, potatoes. No couch potatoes. 2 up. There's Stolzy and Fancy Lizard doing God's work.
They're doing well here as the pressure is now on Potato's side here. But they still find themselves with the ball possession. A lot of the time the ball coming to them, you see a lot of patience from them. Just those soft touches, just waiting for their teammates to get in that right position. As this is, Crunchy Turtle finds himself with a chance, gets a flick off. But Fancy Lizard with the awkward touch as he finds himself close to the net, but Stolzy and unguarded. A team save there indeed on the line.
And we need to see Panthera able to bring this one back. Game number 1 of the series. Potato just having a commanding lead right now in the Veds. Out to Puppy. Oof. That would have been a beautiful redirect if it landed.
Yeah, it would have been really cool indeed. I hope that these players honestly get the clips they want for this, as there is a clip of the week submission, if I'm not mistaken, there, Maz.
Ooh, okay.
Where on the channel RSC, if you get a really good clip, then you can just clip that and send it through. So that's something that these players might be keen to look at as we see Potato with a 2-goal lead here. Maybe feeling more comfortable, maybe wanting to go for those clips. As we see Stolzy up in the air, getting the reset, and it's in! Stolzy, top burn shot. Amazing indeed.
Yeah, and it all started here from unguarded ace. Just came off the right-hand side. You made a little pop pass into the midfield there. Stolzy with the pickup. Finds a second, gets a third for Potato. Now Panthera struggling just a wee bit here. Only actually half-time as well, Sparky. So you mentioned those number of goals earlier. And Potato really looking like they want to, put some damage up here.
Yeah, they do. And now they find themselves with a man down here, 2 people on the field. I wonder how this will affect them in this match. Does their player return? But it looks like they're doing strong. Unguarded, holding the fort down at the back as Stolzy tries makes waves in the front. Just trying to do their most here in the 2v3 position as Nevada takes the ball here. They find themselves in 2v1 position. How does Stolzy deal with this? He gets a good 50 up. It is free ball for Crunchy Turtle. Gets a good touch, but Unguarded able to collect that to his backboard.
That would have been a possible sick bicycle kick as well. Shot on Crunch Turtle. Just get onto that crossbar and backboard as well. But opportunities here. Stolzy and Unguarded ace both having to get quick comms to clear that ball as well. We almost saw RSC put one in here and bring it back as we're heading towards here, the business end of everything, Sparky. And at the moment, Panthera just trailing hand game number 1. Maybe everyone kind of finding their feet, competitive Rocket League and play, and possibly new to the RSC.
Yeah, 100%. Just finding themselves here in week 1. Like you say, just find your footing, get a hang of it as a pinch comes through here. A really fast one as well. And Crunchy up for the shot, but it's saved once. Oh, it's not saved. Unguarded. Unfortunately, misses that. Oh my word.
Okay, Neveds and Crunchy Turtle, we see you guys bringing it back, 90 seconds remain though. Oh, okay, interesting. You think that it was going to be kind of that bottom 90 there, Sparky, and then unfortunately that little kind of rebound off the post maybe catches unguarded ace unawares. Neveds as well winning that kickoff right now. Stolzy in the corner again. Potato down by 1. RSC having the time of their lives now. Oh, close to Neveds, almost finding that pass down to Crunchy Turtle.
And the ball here, just the pressure on for Potato here on the side. As Panthera gets another shot on, and it's a good pass from Nevada's, just getting that pass to Crunchy Turtle, and Crunchy Turtle finding that net, a slaughter at that.
I like just the commitment of the wall, and Nevada's just beats out Stolzy on the wall, finds that pass infield to Crunchy Turtle as well, and kind of decent comms coming out from Roseus just to pull that off. Right, yes, you kind of 3v2 right now, and you're kind of catching up on that lead, Sparky. But I mean, still, they're doing incredibly well between Nevada's and Crunchy Turtle to bring it back nonetheless.
Yeah, they are indeed, but the defense, I would say, on Potato side, really looking strong here, as it's been a whole 2 minutes and they've only let 2 goals slide through here on the defensive side. So I do believe if they're able to hold on, but as I say that, bro, my days, that they were proving me wrong here.
Hey man, you know in a series of Rocket League, I mean, Sparky, you playing competitively yourself, a lead can just, diminish in a flash.
Yeah. And it happened so fast as well, Maz.
Yeah, and Brotato, they feeling the pointy end of that stick right now. Crunchy Turtle and Stolzy, a bit of a fight here in this corner here. Brotato, they want to try pick up game number 1. Might just go to Roseus as well. Crunchy Turtle sending it back towards zone goal. Does have Nevada's and Puppy. Puppy's been a little bit quieter in game number 1. Has the one save to his name, and that's about it at the moment. Kind of watching the Nevada's and Crunchy Turtle show. Stolzy.
And almost a nice try from Crunchy Turtle. They're almost getting that redirected in as Nevada's tries to clear that out, but Puppy's up in the air. As you say, that almost getting a shot on. Now has a shot on his name and 2 saves. Looking really strong here as they come for another shot, but Stolzy unable to save that as he finds the top of the net.
Nav Eds, thanks production team. So, Nav Eds finds the head of Stolzy, gets a nice little shot over his head. 2 seconds here, Sparky. Do we see a crazy kickoff goal?
I'm not too sure about that, as 0 seconds is up, but the ball is in their half and it does drop. Panthera find themselves with a win and a comeback at that. 3-0 down to 4-3 to take the game.
And I don't know, is there a reverse sweep inside a game, Spark? Because they were trailing 3-0, and then Panthera Roseus, they clinched the whole thing 4-3 right now. So unfortunately, Brotato obviously losing that one-man Fancy Lizard, and they took the L here in game number 1. But the series is not done just yet. Yeah,
they did start off strong, and even though they were a man down, they did display some really good Rocket League here, Maz. Although the pressure from Nav Eds and Crunchy Turtle just pulling through, really showing that they do have the chemistry and they are showing up. And Papi just covering that net, their trusted third man, to let them cook upfield. It's really looking good for them as they built up momentum here.
Yeah, 100%. So Panthera Roseus now taking game number 1 in 4 games that get played. Obviously here, Sparky. And you obviously know how that point system works as well. So that 1 point for every team that wins. And so Roseus, of course, getting off to a good start with that 1-0 already.
No, it's looking good. It's looking good. Although they did take the loss, the reason I say it's looking good is because it's only a 1 goal difference. Yeah. And some teams may need that goal difference in the future just to, get into the semifinals, push their placings into the playoffs. So, yeah, although it was a loss, it wasn't a major loss.
No, not a major loss at all there, of course. And, unfortunately did end up going to Panthera Roseus. At the end of the day, we lost Fancy Lizard. These things happen. And of course, that point going, or at least every game win is a point for your winning team as well. So, Panthera, they're going to be happy taking that one.
Yeah, 100%. As we wait here, I'm not too sure if this is a timeout or I'm in the wrong lobby. Okay, cool. We have to leave the match, Maz. It looks like we're just remaking the lobby here. As I say that, we're just gonna talk about the 2 players here, Nav Eds and Crunchy Turtle. The chemistry we've been seeing from them, Maz.
Yeah, definitely. That Crunchy Turtle and Nav Eds chemistry came in quite well there for Roseus this spark. I mean, we saw them score all the goals. Puppy kind of just deep back in that third man role. And so that chemistry working incredibly well for them.
Yeah, 100%. And we'll see how this changes up. If they do find themselves a third man here for Bro, which it looks like they have, then maybe they do take the next win. I'm really hoping that they do get to play with 3 men on the field here.
Yeah, 100%. Sparky, you're gonna have to tell me, when last were you ever on Starbase?
Oh wow. Actually,
You let me know.
it's
Besides
been
the
a
training
minute.
pack, maybe when last time you hit up Starbase, man.
Oh man, I don't think I've even hit it in the training packs, man. It's
Okay,
just been
I
so
mean,
long.
yeah. All right, so we're just gonna
Um,
start the lobbies here again as well. If you've just joined us, of course, RSC Season 2. 2 prospect games, 1 Masters game coming at you all evening. Myself, Muzz, and Sparky. And yeah, we're back. Season 2, this is it. If you played last season, welcome back. If you're new, welcome, because this is competitive Rocket League in Sub-Saharan Africa. This is where it's at.
yeah.
And yeah, everyone gets drafted. Everyone makes a team.
Yeah, and even if they don't find a team there, as they still get to play as a free agent, so it's really, really cool. Everyone does get a chance to play, which is what I love about it.
So okay, so run me through the free agency. How, if you're a free agent, you don't have a team, kind of what happens in that, aspect.
So if you are a free agent and unfortunately there's no space for you on any team, whether that's regards to CMV or any other possible reasons, then a free agent is allowed to fill in for a team that needs a player on any evening.
Oh, okay. So like a bit of a mercenary, can play where he wants.
Yeah, essentially.
Interesting. Okay, that's good. So we're just getting ourselves in the lobbies here and sorting out for game number 2. We're jumping in here quickly, just sorting out all the quick teething issues. Game 1, week number 1. That's when you sort out all the teething issues. Doesn't matter after here. It's not going to happen again. We've got a production team at the back, and you don't see them, but they're the real heroes for this hockey.
Yeah, it is. They do a really, really good job here at the back. So kudos to them. And as well, yeah, Maz, bro. The players themselves showing up to these matches, really, really good for them as well. Just in general, playing these matches, coming through, and having those players as well. If you're able to support your team in your organization, that's also really, really lovely.
Yeah,
to see.
100%, right? A lot of fans here for Bro, a lot of fans for Panthera. We know we've got Shadow, we know we've got Valkyrie Knights. So all the fans, everyone's coming in, they're supporting their competitive Rocket League teams out here in SSA. Game 2, Barky, and we're going to see Brotator able to get that early 3-goal lead we saw in game number 1, hopefully clinch it this time.
Yeah, hopefully they do want this. I'm pretty sure they do want this to start off strong and get this game. Because if they do lose this match, it would leave them to either draw the series or lose it completely. So a win here would be ideal for them.
Yeah, 100%. So of course you can go 2-2 and draw that series as well, because there are 4 games that will be played in our series, and all 4 games do get played as well, Sparky.
Yeah. And with that being said, hopefully these players are able to also deal with the stamina, because I mean, Maz, personally, this competitive scene, playing 4 matches back to back, being streamed and casted as well, it's really is hectic for the players on themselves to just maintain their concentration.
But being a player yourself, Sparky, tell me maybe about that hype, right? Was it enjoyable to be able to brag and say you've got your competitive your competitive game being streamed and covered, and people can watch you actually play and compete over 9-10 weeks of regular play?
No, 100%. Having your game casted and streamed as well is really, really good for the players, because not only do they get to just get clips from them as well, but I mean, they get to watch back and see the whole full perspective and enjoy the scenery of it, seeing all these beautiful overlays, seeing and hearing the casters like you and myself. So I think for that personally, myself as well, just watching it back, just relaxing to a cup of coffee later on and just really, really just taking it in, it really is really special.
Cup of coffee if you make a goal, cup of coffee if you fumble as well, or if you whiff. Sparky, those whiffs. No one's watching back their whiffs and bragging about them, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, 100. No, but it really is a really nice thing. And I'm pretty sure for the prospect tier especially, because I mean, RLCS you get the big streams going on, and those are all pro players. So just to get a chance to actually be on here, and as a player in general, just enjoying the game, trying to be competitive as well, and getting your game casted really does mean a lot to a player.
Yeah, no, 100% as well. So we're just quickly sorting out the lobby here in the games, and just seeing if we're going to get rotators coming back as well. Possible power problems and issues with some of our players as well. We're just quickly sorting things out. And you mentioned those free agents, Sparky, and now it's time to shine.
Time to see a free agent.
Jump
Yeah, I'm
in,
looking forward to
Excalibur.
Come to the rescue. I know free agents do save teams out a lot. So for those who don't understand fully in this context, we've seen a player DC on Potato's side, and now they only have 2 men on the field. So those free agents come in where we can now look for a player who matches the CMV just to replace it. And while they look for that, we're going to take a short break here, Maz.
Welcome back, everyone. So, Brotato, they're back. They're ready. They found themselves a free agent, as Sparky was telling us all about this free agents. So here we are. It's 1-0 to RSC right now, but everything is A-okay.
Yeah, looks like we're going into this. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. This free agent, I do know a bit about them. Wormy was in shadow, but then unfortunately had to release due to CMV issues. So now it looks like he's finding himself in a game here, and we'll see how it goes. Will this new free agent show them that chemistry doesn't really need to be built in like instantaneous in week 1, or are they going to show that no, this is it, this is how RSC is, and we can take the win here?
Oh, I also think it's a beautiful time for free agents to put their hands up and show everyone else their caliber of play and how good they are, right? So if Wormy also has a very decent series here, it shows everyone else like, hi, eyes on me, pick me out, you know, play me in your team. And of course, coming off the bench here for Fancy Lizard is a great start to the RSC adventure of Wormy anyway.
Yeah, it is, and we'll see how this plays out. Wormy, very available player, but as we go to Pantheria side here, we didn't see too many. We've seen a sub here actually, Nav, Eds and Crunchy Turtle, but this time we have Puppy on bench.
Yeah, Puppy on bench, just James pulling in there, and God it is, gets that first goal. Assist here off of Stolzy, a bit of a pinch there from the wall as well. Oh, nice, at 50, get number 1 out by, and God it is, goes into the back of the net.
And once again here, Brotato find themselves in the lead for the second time in the series. And with this being said, looks like the momentum is still on their side here, Maz.
Yeah, well, Brotato, they led in game number 1 before we lost Fancy Lizard. Can we see this comeback here from the Brotatos? And they're Wormy, oh, almost got that dunk on Nevids. Shot, oh, Stolzy.
With that banger from Stolzy, Wormy air dribbling, getting 2 defenders beat, and Stolzy coming to clean it up. Just James, unfortunately, slightly missing that save, but was very close.
Very close indeed. And so 2-0 up here. Brotato again taking the lead. Deja vu from game 1. And God it is, he has pushing this one forward. Does have Stolzy behind him for that assist again. Might be able to return the favor. Oh, closer, loose ball. Just James has to get this one out. Nice. Little punt against Wormy. Picks up the 100 as well. Just James fights in tooth and nail here for the side of RSC.
It's looking really good here for both teams. A lot of back and forth, but Brotato with that lead still. And hopefully Panthera find themselves with the comeback here, getting these goals here. We do know that it takes them some time to get into the game here, Maz. But will we see them get into it fast enough?
And of course, both sides playing with a new man as well, yeah, in Just James and Wormy. For either side here, Sparky, and so you really have to pick up quick as well. Just James, though, he's gonna take it the whole way.
Oh, beautiful play here, beautiful beat, and just finding themselves with the nets there. A brilliant hook shot as well. Stolzy unable to reach that, as Just James getting that shot really high and really well placed.
I mean, you know why, Sparky. You can obviously see exactly why Just James has got all the MMR in the world, right?
Yeah, I can see.
Oh yeah, it's that limitless decal. He's rocking a casual limitless decal. So Just James understands how to harness the power of limitless.
And showing it off there indeed, getting a really nice goal, and find themselves in this game once again. The pressure on Brotato here. I want to see how they deal with this pressure here, Maz, as Panthera really putting it on here. I feel like that goal just activated them as the shot comes through. Top buns, Nav Eds finding the pinch with Crunchy Turtle. Oh my word.
Crunchy Turtle makes the play off the wall as well, gets it down. Nav Eds, beautiful drop down. Wormy doesn't see that coming, and of course we saw Stolzy trying to make a save from the near post, but nothing working. And so 2 apiece here in game 2. All the points matter.
Yeah, they do indeed, as both of them are tied up now. The game quite even here, battling out. You see both teams make those changes, but they're still equal-sided here. Or is this the new teams? Is this the format? Are they going to sub out more in the future? But right now they're focusing on this game. 2 minutes on the clock. Who will get the next goal?
Oh, might be Rosales right now. They're just James causing a bit of havoc in the midfield. Takes out Stolzy and Guarded Ace, having to stretch to get that save. Crunch Turtle, not making a touch there, leaving it for Stolzy. Cut up by Wormy. I hope that was intentional, and Guarded Ace has to get back. So does Stolzy as well. Rosales might be able to take a crack here. Crunched. Oh, it doesn't find the back of that net. I don't think we saw Just James get up to it either.
It was very close as Wormy gets a nice doink here. He does have the boost to play with as Stolzy. Tries to find the pass, but Just James cutting that out. That depth perception really showing there. He can understand this game here really well, and you see it in his game style as Crunchy goes off the wall, trying to shot, and the double coming through a bump mid, but they couldn't find the net. The third man just kind of playing passive here, which I've seen quite a bit from both teams here, Maz. Third man playing really passive.
If it's week 1, Sparky, do you just kind of throw the whole kitchen sink at your opponents? Or do you play deep like that? Because now we see the third man being deep, and there was a possible goal here for Rosales. But maybe, let's get a couple of bodies forward, right? Let's throw that whole kitchen sink.
I personally think that giving it your all in the start and just finding where those weaknesses are, where those gaps are, and filling in later is the way to go forward. But everyone has their own way to it, and it's keen to see. I'm keen to see how these two teams do it, and by the looks of it, they are playing really well. Still 2-2 from the start of the match with 30 seconds. A possible OT here by the looks of it.
Seconds remain though. Sparky might just see that OT, and got it is. Pushes it to the corner. Maybe! Double commit there. Nav Eds and Crunchy Turtle. Double commit on that near post to keep it unguarded ace. Might just find the OT as well. Unguarded ace. Wants to look for a shot. Naves to keep it out. Stolzy. Clock ticking down. Someone's got to keep it alive if they want to win, or we're going to go straight to the overtime. Ball. Unguarded ace. Maybe. Oh, Crunch Turtle has to make a stellar save. Stolzy though, keeping it up. There we go. OT.
For a second, I thought that ball was going in there. Unguarded ace with that shot. Really looked good by Crunchy Turtle with a good save. As both players up here, Navage shutting down Wormy as a pass comes through from Unguarded to Stolzy. Stolzy goes up in the air, tries to beat one, fakes him out, and Unguarded tries to get this pass mid. A bump coming through. Crunchy Turtle find himself awkward, but done really well from Benthera as they find themselves on the counter attack here.
Looking for that pinch pass from the corner. Crunchy Turtle doesn't really make it round the bend though. Naveds maybe getting over one. Naveds, Unguarded ace the thing with their own goal. But nonetheless, Rosales, they're going to make it 2-0.
Very well played from Naveds, reading that ball off of the back foot. A touch from Wormy actually coming down and just finishing that off. Well done to Benthera. Really doing well here to pick up the second win here, Maz.
Yeah, they get that second win here, Sparky, and of course game number 1 really super fantastic for Brotato, but now we see Panthera Rosales up by 2. Of course it is a 4-game series. 4 games have to be played, and right now 2-0 going to Rosales.
Yeah, Rosales are not really going to lose this now. They either tie or take it, so they're in a really good position. But bro, on the other hand, need to get these 2 wins in order to pull a draw here, but they are unable to win the series.
And Sparky, tell me about Just James, because you already mentioned that Nav Eds and Crunchy Turtle, they came and cracked for that game 1. I want to see Just James coming off the bench. He's already got 2 shots and managed to get that 1 goal.
Yeah, it looks like he's displaying really good Rocket League here, getting those assists to Nav Eds, and I'm starting to think that Nav Eds is the spear for this team, getting those goals, MVPing 2 games in a row, so really displaying really good performance from him.
Yeah, 100% as well. I think we're going to see Puppy coming back in here as well, so maybe some rolling subs here for the side of Rosales.
Yeah.
Sparky, you could also tell me once again as a player, a couple rolling subs in the RSC, play someone who's hot, don't play someone who's feeling cold. You kind of if everyone's waiting in the wings, you can just play.
Yeah, it is really a different approach, and that's what I also find quite interesting about this is normally you want to put a team on, a dedicated team to play the entire thing, but RSC is more about giving players a chance, giving them that opportunity, and just building chemistry throughout your team, whether that's in scrims, whether that's in a match, it doesn't matter. That perspective doesn't change, which is really beautiful.
Yeah, 100%, which is obviously great to see here as well. So Nevids, Puppy, Just James, they're going to see what they can do if they can extend their lead during game 1 of week 1. Wormy, Stolzy in the corner here as well, getting shut down a little bit by Rosés. See Nevids, they're fighting. Oh, gets over 1. No beans in the tank though, can't muscle his way any more forward than what he had there as well. Just James from the corner here. Wormy having a fight there. Unguarded Ace almost looking for that touchdown. Stolzy passes out to Unguarded against the 1-2-1. Stolzy maybe gonna have a crack at it, but you can't beat Nevids on that near post.
Really defending that really well. The positioning from both sides looking really strong. And I must say the aerial plays and aerial 50s coming through from both teams really showing that the prospect here is not one to be messed around with. They are here to play and they are giving it their all. As a demo coming through from Just James, not a lot of those demos coming through, so it's nice to see one here in this game.
Oh, Wormy just fighting out Nevids there, trying to cut out any passes and plays from their defensive third. No goals scored just yet. Nevids from the corner. Unguarded Ace to beat him out. Does have it. There is a double commit anyway. Here from the side of Recess. Puppy and Just James waiting. They're looming in the box. Stolzy! Oh, that was close. Just James throws a whole body toward that shot.
Oh, almost went in as they almost found themselves on the counter-attack as well, but they find themselves on defense here. Wormy with a 50, bounces off the top post, almost in as Stolzy follows up at the touch. Slightly soft as Just James collects this ball, tries to go for a shot, but Wormy shutting him down. Really fast rotations coming from the potato side here as they're just showing that rotations really are important in a game like this.
It just it goes to show there are no potato couches on this team.
Indeed, really putting in the work here for sure. As the Nevids finding a good touch here, almost like shutting down the bro side, just saying no, this is Pantheria's one. As a flip reset comes from Wormy, might show otherwise, but James able to collect that. A lot of, like we said, remember when I mentioned in the beginning that third man playing passive seems to be helping in these scenarios where they find themselves on high pressure.
Okay, Wormy getting the dunk here. Pass coming out there from Unguarded Ace. Unfortunately, Pepe not able to get a final touch on that ball. Hands it over to Unguarded Ace. Has Wormy in the middle of that goal box. And Potato find themselves 1-0 up.
That was really well played from them. The countless pressure, and although Pantheria dealt well with the initial attacks and offense from Bro, they couldn't withhold long enough. But maybe they get themselves on a counter-attack here as the ball does fly over 2 Bro players as the pass comes mid, but Stolzy dealing really well with that on the sidewall there.
Potato. Once again, Sparky in a lead. We've seen them take the lead in 2 previous games though. But as you know, does that end up being the result for them?
Nav Eds, Maz, have you seen this? The post assisting them, denying them initially, but at the end assisting. Nav Eds finding the goal. The spear strikes again.
Pepe to Nevids. Find that crossbar, bring it down. You love to see it as well. Panthera Rosales doing dangerous things here against the Potatoes. Unguarded Ace, there it is! Finds the second Potato they want to try draw the series.
Just as Rosales caught up, they now have to do it again. A goal from Bro once again, putting this game in their favor. 1 minute 30 seconds on the clock. It is not over, especially with the 1 goal difference. Hopefully they are able to recover this.
Yeah, not over just yet. Wormy taking 3 shots, getting that 1 goal as well. Okay, Stolzy, we see you. Unguarded Ace here from the wings. Getting Stolzy up. Good kickoff goal here from Potato.
A really good shot here from Stolzy, all the way from his off as well. Really displaying some really good precision shots here. And those long shot stats increasing on his side. Really doing well as Unguarded finds himself with the ball here. It looks like Rosales find themselves in an awkward position at the moment where Bro is just putting this pressure on and they don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah, pressure being applied here by the Potatoes. Pepe maybe wants to get a flick over. Doesn't manage to. Stolzy. Easy save on the near post as well. Just James picks up the 100. Wormy, Stolzy, everyone's up. Nevids wants to get in their face. Unguarded Ace doesn't anticipate the bounce. Wormy fighting there on the halfway line. Nevids gets up. Still got the funky wheels on. Shot. Just a bit high.
Almost finding that net, and a bump coming through from Stolze. Maybe that might be the differentiator, the bumps from the bro side, and these quick reads, always getting those touches to their teammates. As once again, they've sized off the opportunity, Wormy with the shot, but Puppy shutting that out really well, coming back from actually attacking. They're really making quick work on the field as Navids is up here, getting a touch, denying that pressure. Looks like they are building slight momentum, but with 15 seconds on the clock, it is looking like a dire position for them here.
Rotato, they want to win a game. They need to win a game. So with the addition of Wormy coming in as that free agent, looks like we are going to see a victory here for the Brotatoes, 3-1 in game 3.
Well, Potato take the game, doing really well here as well. Like you said, just displaying really good Rocket League. Unguarded Ace coming through with 2 assists and a goal, assisting both his teammates in the goal. Really doing well here from him. And just in general, the players themselves, Stolze, Naveds, Wormy, Puppy, just James, putting through and honestly pulling up as well. Seeing some good aerials, seeing some good bumps. Something I didn't expect to see this year.
Yeah, I mean, you did mention the physicality there as well, Sparky. A lot of bumps, the demos coming out here as well. It's good to see. They want to clear that defensive third. They want to make sure no one is able to keep them at bay. Of course, the woodwork and their crossbar sometimes keeping them at bay. And unfortunately, you can't bump the woodwork.
Would be nice though.
If only. Psionics, are you listening?
Oh man, but yeah, as we go into the last game here, it looks like Fancy Lizard has made his return. So as they get him on this pitch, will he be able to bring this last game for them? Are they going to be able to take this and draw the series here? An unfortunate game 1 for Bro, and trying to build momentum for game 2 and found themselves winning game 3. So it would be nice to just see that momentum carry out through the series. A poetic ending would be them taking this indeed.
Well, here we go. Game number 4 on one of my most favorite maps, Forbidden Temple. Let's see it. Roseus taking on Brotato.
As you see here, the pressure initially coming from the Bro side. Maybe Fancy Lizard providing that confidence these players need to just pull through. It is their team after all, and they are feeling like, hey, yo, we've put in the scrims, we've done the training, we have more chemistry. So hopefully we see that play through here. And as Unguarded takes the ball here, playing really passive, gets some nice touches on the wall, and is still in their possession, as we might see something fancy coming here. Stolze getting a 50, but unfortunately couldn't find the nets, as the nets are kind of open. But Crunchy Turtle, good rotations back on defense.
Yeah, and I think we saw that in game number 1, just kind of the linking up between Unguarded Ace and Fancy Lizard, and how it worked out for Potato, their Sparky. So I think, yeah, game number 4, when it matters most, and they want to tie up the series, we're going to see Fancy Lizard coming in clutch.
It would be really cool. Crunchy Turtle already picking up those initial points, as well as Stolze. Might see some plays coming through, as I just noticed now, Puppy on the side field again. A sub coming through from Roses. Really looking interesting. These subs, I wonder if this will benefit them or not here, Maz.
Definitely some interesting kind of debate, around rolling subs, and if it, helps a team out or not, Sparky. And if you kind of have momentum and you carry on with the same 3, that's something to discuss another day. This is only week number 1 here of the RSC. But it seems to be working, right? We've seen Roseus take those first 2 games, and then unfortunately losing that third. Crunchy Turtle wants to try get game 4 as well.
Crunchy, what is that flick? Oh my days. That was beautiful. Top wins over the defender. Last man unable to reach it. Brilliant placement as they find Roseus. 1 goal up here.
Crunchy Turtle brings out the flick and got it ace. Not able to stop that one on the top wins as well. Naveds, almost pulls out a killer dunk though, just goes a pixel shy.
Nah, that was really close. If only we could bump that net, like you said. It just denying them here. But Unguarded, putting on the pressure. Potato trying to find that goal to just tie it up here. They don't want to find themselves down in game 4, as they will be losing the series if that does end that way. And as we see this, there's a lot of ball possession, a lot of plays coming through. Nice 50s off the wall, nice pinches, and all in all, looks like they have some decent rotations going through here.
Yeah, decent rotation as well. Fancy Lizard picks up that demo here onto Crunchy Turtle as well. Potato, they want to try to get the equalizer as well. And got it ace as he finds Stolze cut out by Just James, who's had a stellar series thus far. Nevids and Gaudides fighting him on that near post. Crunchy Turtle over one. Stolzy at the back to try get rid of that ball and clear it. Just James! Getting a +1, +2. And Gaudides though at the back, third man to clear that one out though. Just James having a stellar series. Stolzy, Just James underfoot, pops this one up. Maybe there's a bit of a precarious pop-up. Dunked by Fancy Lizard. Doesn't get it in though, Sparky.
It doesn't. As we look for a pass here, Just James almost finding that to Crunchy would have been really cool, as they are playing with the ball a lot here with themselves here, just passing plays, a lot of them coming through. And Crunchy Turtles showing some solo plays here on the wall, really doing well to beat two defenders. Potato really needed to find themselves in this game. A fake coming through from Stolzy and almost a good flick by Just James, shutting that down once again.
Yeah, it's Stolzy leaving that one wide for Gaudides. You think that would be the equalizer from Potato though. Doesn't find the back of the net though. Potato still trailing 90 seconds of regulation. They need to bring it back here on Forbidden Temple. Nevids fighting for this one. Doesn't find the 100 as well. Has to wheel back for it. Fancy Lizard infield. Does have Gaudides as well. Crunchy maybe looking for double. Just James. Oh no! Backboard and Nevids goes wide. Oh, Sparky.
Oh, that was such a good opportunity, but they are fine though. They are going to carry on here with this pressure, trying to find those bumps as well. A lot of pressure coming from Rosés. They really do want this win, and so do Bro, but Rosés just displaying some really good pass plays and team chemistry here at the moment. A lot of touches from Crunchy as well. As this one goes mid, almost a mistouch, but his teammates cover really well for them.
You just want to bury those. And it was so close. Fancy Lizard takes the shot. Nevids keeps it out. So defense here from the side of Recess looking good. 30 on the clock. And Gaudides has to run it coast to coast. Blocked there by Just James. Stolzy pops it up. Fancy Lizard's hanging pretty deep though. Stolzy, Nevids gives the bump. Shot wide, backboard. Oh, Potato, you need to try. Bring something out the hat at the moment. Nevids is high. This is an awkward one. It's an awkward one. Someone shoot!
I got it, Crunchy! Stolzy! The ball finally finding the net. Oh my days. A shot from Unguarded. Crunchy with the save. Stolzy with the follow. And it's in. Oh my word, Maz.
Sparky, why did these teams do it to us, right? Hard in my throat. Cut off the shot. Goes to backboard. Nothing happens. We don't see the dunk. Third man comes in finally, and finally they get that shot on Stolzy. OT as well.
Yeah, as the ball does find its way down, and got it keeping it up as it flies towards his own net, and the ball does eventually go to overtime. As a really good comeback from Potato, find themselves on defense the entire match, but then transitioning really well in the final play to get themselves that goal.
And Romeo sitting at home. Nails being gnawed and chewed as Potato, they leave it until those final 12 seconds to score.
As we go here, a lot of pressure now from Potato side. Looks like things have changed the momentum on their side as a touch almost finds its net. A really nice touch from James, but Fancy Lizard picking up that save. Well played from them with that pass play, as a good 50 comes from Stolzy, finding his way all the way to the other side of the field. A lot of ping pong happening in this overtime, but I'm pretty sure team will pick up the win soon.
Nevids getting up quick and early. Nice little read. And a complete touch on the ball there as well. And Gaudides and Crunchy Turtle fighting that one out. Stolzy gets to them as well. Just James. Maybe with a shot. Crunchy Turtle is just looking for a golden goal. He's almost having an opportunity there as well. Is he open at the back? Is he open? Oh no! Stolzy, shoot! Score! There it is! Tie series!
Oh my word. Stolzy picking up both goals this season. Fancy once again tried demoing the side post, but it didn't work. Stolzy able to clean this up here though.
And it comes down to the wire. Sparky, Potato, they're doing it for the content. They're scoring OT and they equalize the series.
Oh, well played from them. As we quickly wrap this up here, both teams doing really well. Bro picking up 2 losses in the beginning, but making a comeback here as they pick up the draw for the entire week 1 year against Pantheria.
Yeah, exactly. And this is, what a better way to start week number 1. Get a draw, 2 games apiece between Brotato and Roseus. Any MVP or player that stood out there, Sparky, for you?
For me, I'd have to say it's that shiny moment from Stolzy, getting that goal in the end. But you have to also look at the players who have played that role, like Ongada did, getting those assists, playing really well. And on Panthera's side, I can't lie, Nav Eds pulling through for all those wins at the beginning. So it'll be between those 3 players for me. I can't pick one.
Yeah, close between both these sides, but what a stellar series that was. And that's only series number 1. 2 more are left this evening. We'll see you shortly after this break.
And welcome back to Season 2 of RSC SSA. We've got another exciting prospect game coming up after that pretty intense match that ended 2-2 between Brotato and Rosius. And who better to join me with it than Werty? Welcome, welcome.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, excited to have you along. Excited to see your input on these games, and a bit of a lower game than you might be expecting. Obviously, Mr. Pro player here, so excited to see what insight you might provide in these games, and generally just excited to see what the different tiers of players can actually do.
100%. I mean, it's fun to see just how far SSA has developed, and I mean, these types of games is exactly what you need to get people not only just playing the game, but in a more competitive format. I think so long as you have people playing at every single level, people are going to get better, and it's always fun to watch, just from any point of view.
Yeah, and it's sort of nice with the levels, you know, rival, prospect, elite, prospect, rival, elite, and then master. Nice sort of ramp up, because I've always found that when you get to the sort of that champ to grand champ area, it's a bit of a weird bundle of what kind of player you're going to get. So it's nice that not only do we have like those 4 tiers, but also 10 franchises. So I think a lot of the games are also going to be very even. So it's a perfect environment to sort of come up in, and like you said, definitely get better. So it's gonna be interesting watching all of these players, you know, keep improving as the season goes on.
100%. It's also a really good way to get into it as well. You know, we have season 1, week 1. Season 2. I have to remember that. And everyone's just trying to get into it. We'll see possibly teams that might not be exactly the same. We'll see how they begin and how much work they can put in between now and qualifying for playoffs. It'll be a lot of fun to see as well, just their growth. So
definitely.
Yeah.
And I mean, you say already rosters have changed so much. I remember the sort of pick day, it was teams with almost 6 or 7 players on it. Now it's been trimmed down to those rosters of 4, and unfortunately, as we saw in that previous matches, it's still going to be issues. You know, the South African load shedding issues never cease to end. But we do have free agents available, so hopefully they can continue to be available throughout the season, and maybe some of them will end up on these teams we see now. But like you said, it will be interesting to watch the growth of the teams for sure, and some very interesting names that I hope to see grow throughout the season, and some returning names. But yeah, just looking at these teams, we have Nightwalkers with Nice Panda, Pepito, Silver, and I don't know how to say this name, so excuse me, but Great Flace A. And then with Cassie, we have Delanor, Acolyte, Balam, and Vide. So some interesting players. I don't know a whole bunch about them, but it's going to be exciting. That's always the thing, isn't it? Where you never know what you're going to get with these guys.
Of course, and it's always a mix of players who possibly never played with each other before. It could be, you know, just some mates who decided to queue up together, or, you know, enlist in RSC, and maybe you did end up on the same team, so possibly there's some synergy between them. Possibly it's just 3 guys who want to play some solid Rocket League. But we're just waiting on, I believe, a generator on one of the players, making sure everybody's just in the lobby, getting everything ready, and then we should be good to go.
Yeah, can't wait for the kickoff to get going, see what these guys are all going to offer us, but not too much to be expected, I think. Obviously, this is our first season back of Season 2, or first season back of Season 2, first day back of Season 2, so we're excited to see what everyone can come, you know, sort of swing out the gates with their rosters. And you know, like you said, a couple teams might have gotten lucky and ended up a couple friendships on the team, so we can see some pre-synergy. But for the time being, I have no idea what to expect, Werty, but it looks like we're jumping into it finally. Here we go.
Let's see how it goes. First kickoff, and seems to be fairly even. Panda going to try and take it up the wall, play a little bit of disruption. Boss across mid, and gets beaten by Acolyte. It's actually a pretty decent speed from what I was expecting to see. I mean, I saw from the last game as well, trying to give me a bit of a gauge on what we'd expect from today. But, oh, Panda possibly disconnected? Not sure what's happening.
Yeah, hopefully not a full disconnect and maybe just a bit of lag, but we see Ford Hilux just inspecting the car there, seeing if there's any signs of life, but unfortunately not. So unfortunately, it's looking like we're going to start off this match with yet another disconnect, or maybe a possible 2v3, but at the moment, it's just looking a bit awkward. There's finally the confirmation of the lost connection, so we'll let you know about any updates if the player comes back. But yeah, bit of an awkward situation early on for Nightwalkers.
Truly, it doesn't really put you in the best position to go for the win, and that's unfortunately what happens. 2v3, hey? Yeah, that is something that happens usually when you're a man down. But okay, it looks to be a restart. I believe we're just gonna run it back. As he did disconnect before the minute mark, nobody scored. It was noticed, so that's completely fine. And yeah.
There we go with the confirmation from Greybit that we shall restart. So yeah, that's all. Exit this lobby. So a bit of a false start there, but like you said, it was already good early signs of seeing the speed of the players. Some nice kickoffs. I saw a nice double tap coming out, something that I still struggled to hit despite my thousands of hours in this game. But no, nice signs. So hopefully we can continue this with no more disconnects. Very unfortunate start there, but such is South Africa, I'm afraid.
100%. I mean, this is what we do. This is not out of the ordinary in the slightest. It's just yet another day at the office. And even though this is my first day at the office, I expect nothing less. So, yeah.
Yeah, welcome to casting, my friend. We will take a little pause as we sort of wait to get restarted here, but not the worst start to things so far. At least we should hopefully be getting back into it soon enough.
I think we're just getting the plays into the server. Hopefully everything should be alright. It's a warm-up game, you know? Everyone needs a good warm-up game. This is exactly what it is.
Yeah, a cheeky test lobby for the players to sort of just make sure the controls are fine, make sure everything's going well. I'm not too sure about if players have scrimmed before these matches. I know some teams definitely will be willing to, but I'm not sure how much of a warm these players have. So maybe that little teaser there is just what the guys needed to really lock in for the series.
100%. You know, just like in RLCS, you have your warm-up server. They get one here too. So yeah, I'm just making sure that I believe the lobby details have been up. See if we can get into the game for a restart. But yeah, again, it'll be a fun 4 games. Again, not a best of 4. It will be just 4 games, and whatever the result of those games will then be carried forward to their standings.
Yeah, so everything to play for. Obviously, you're not out of it once you go 3-0 down. You still have a point that is up for grabs. So hopefully it'll be more encouraging for teams to just give it their all throughout the 4 games, as they are set to play those 4. There's no chance of not playing them. And they are capable of draws, so unfortunately some teams not going to be walking away with wins or losses, but a draw surprisingly can be the 2 points that you need to really help you in the long run, especially working up to those playoffs. So
100%
here. See, my lobby is not working, so I'm just gonna wait
believe
for a moment.
we shall waffle. That is our new plan. Welcome to Time Wasting 101. Alright, but that, I do agree. It's actually a very good format in the sense of every game now becomes important. If you get swept, it feels bad, sure, but that doesn't mean that if you can pull 1 or 2 games, maybe you lose the series, which doesn't matter anymore, but just getting a couple of games in, maybe in a difficult week, you know, just trying to grind out a couple of results, you get 1 or 2 games, that helps you stand. It overall really makes sure that you're never truly out of any competition, and that's it is a fun format. I actually do enjoy it quite a bit when I competed last season.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with you. Also playing last season and this season, so I think it's almost like it makes it a bit more calm, a little more, you know, less stressful than obviously your RLCSs and the other tournaments, off-season tournaments that are provided. So yeah, it is cool that these players are getting this opportunity. Let me just get the new lobby details in here.
I believe we are going to instantly try and join, get the games underway. Has been a long series already, but that's just how it is, hey. It's always something in South Africa. We're truly a very special region.
Yeah, and that's always the frustrating thing when these other guys come in and don't necessarily realize the effort that a lot of South Africans have to do to even attend a nice sort of community tournament such as this. So we constantly admire all the South Africans and the effort they put in. I mean, you constantly see pictures of people running off of generators, car batteries, all sorts of random things. But it's nice to see the commitment, and it definitely gives hope for the future of this community, as well as just RSC in South Africa.
100%. I think if we're willing to do this to play a video game, we are quite a disciplined region at the very least. But yeah, okay. So we are back. We will get underway very shortly. Everyone seems to be joining.
Yep. Let me just. I see where I've typed wrong. Give me a sec.
Yes, my fellow caster just delaying the
Yeah,
process a little bit longer
Just
now.
slapping all the wrong buttons right now. Alrighty, there we go.
Warm up. There we go. So everyone seems to be in. We will start as soon as possible, and finally we get to watch some gorgeous Rocket League.
Yeah, a lot of suspense built up for this now. Plenty of waffling by both of us, but a perfect way to sort of get into things, Werty. So glad you are here to waffle with me as we hop into this match hopefully soon with no more delays, hopefully no more disconnects, but seems most of the players are in. So. Alright, we've got the confirmation that it is soon, so hopefully little message coming out there.
Yeah, we're just final checks, guys. This is the waffling after the waffling, but
yeah, making sure all the laces on the boots are tied, the shirts are tucked in, everyone's
of course.
nice.
Everyone has socks and their shin guards.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Alrighty.
There we go.
Part 2 of Here We Go for the start of this game between Nightwalkers and I see the name is Brotato, but don't let that confuse you as they are actually Team Cassia of DSQ. So little thing to note there, but yeah, here we go. We're hopping into the 4 games starting right now, and a nice tempo coming out as soon as these players have been back in.
100%. You can see they're looking for a couple of good touches. They're decent passes, keeping it close. It's much better than when I was a champ with Diamond, I'll be completely honest. My idea was just hit ball and hit ball hard. But really like solid ideas coming through, even if it is a little slower than usual, but still really nice 50 going up there, touch across, putting some pressure on. Oh, we have a good touch in the corner. Let's see what happens in this first minute.
Yeah, a couple of decent attempts coming up, but the link-up play not quite there for the teams yet, but of course that is to be expected. But decent rotations, and I think just overall decent level from these players so far. Everyone, not too many whiffs coming out, some really fast and confident aerials, and like you said, that's not the sort of thing that you'd be seeing at your champ and your diamond levels all the time. So it's great watching these guys coming out here and just giving it all their confidence. It's a nice edgeable out of defense from Vide. Is going to alleviate some pressure for his team. Ford Hilux with a chance to take it up himself. And plenty of aerials coming out in this match, it seems. It seems everyone just can't wait to get on that wall.
100%. I think everyone's actually just feeling really confident. It's not that first game nerves. They're just full sending, really just playing confidently, quick, not too stressed about, oh, I missed the ball and now I want to, take it a little bit slow. No, we're going to play our game and we're going to enjoy it. And that's really what you need in these sorts of tournaments and matches.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when things go wrong, you definitely want to have the good vibes and sort of a steady state of mind. That's a really nice pass from Panda, but not the kind of connection that his teammate would have wanted. But very nice ideas coming out constantly, and more aerials coming out by Vide. Seems to be he is enjoying the lion's share of being in the air. But yeah, just full confidence from all these players right now. We've gone through our first 2 minutes of this match, and it's very, very even. I'm still sort of really deciding who's had the most pressure, who's had the best chances, but I'd say the chances have been pretty tame so far. There's a good chance, but slightly wide, but good defense holding out from the team in blue at the moment, Cassia.
Oh, and a shot on from Ford Hilux, and they will take the early, well not early, but middle of the game lead. I think it's about time though, because as much as they were playing pressure for each side, it would have come down to a quick counter, maybe a little bit of a mistake coming in from KCR, but at the end of the day, you put it top bins, and that'll be a goal any day of the week.
Yep, it doesn't matter how the ball gets in the back of the net, as long as it does, and KCR will be happy with that one. Half the game gone and only 1 goal apiece, but like you mentioned, that goal can really just change how the entire match goes. Players sort of more than happy not wanting to make those mistakes, but once you make that crucial mistake and you go a goal down, then you really just have to go for it, which we can see Nightwalkers doing here, as that's going to go a bit high, but there's still another follow-up, but a decent touch in defense is going to keep this team safe. They seem to be holding on as Nightwalkers trying to pile on some of their pressure, but they're being met at pretty much every single jump so far, so this is very good play by Cassia. There's another nice shot coming out. they're finally getting some pressure of their own forward. Hylox in a really great position, and he absolutely slots it. 2-0 Nightwalkers. They gave it their all on some of the pushes forward, but the counter and this pass infield is so nice.
100%, and I really hope that was calm, because that looked like a very routine play. It was, I'm here, can you pass mid, and bang, back of the net. It's really good cut, you know, they really kept some solid rotations going throughout that entire play. Even when they didn't have the pressure, it looked like they were mostly in control. So it's really nice to see as well that, okay, good demos coming out. I wonder if teams will adopt that more as this game goes on. What do you change if you are a couple of goals down, if you're a couple of goals up? Do you want to play a little bit more passively? Do you change your style, or do you think, no, that was unfortunate, we just go again? As now it seems to have quieted down a little bit. Little 50 in mid here, goes up the corner wall. Let's see if there's any touch off the ceiling. Okay, instant challenge for 50. Could be a counter-attack here, as we'll see what Kasia can do.
Oh, it's gone behind the defender, but rolling up the backboard, so not the biggest threat for Nightwalkers, but 2 players go. They do have a decent chance to counter, and that's a nice shot on target, but another defender back, and that always seems to be the case at the moment for this KCA team. Their rotations seem to be just a little bit better than the Nightwalkers, as we saw for their second goal, very close on the third there. They were willing to leave that player forward in the midfield, and I haven't quite seen the same sort of commitment and confidence from the Nightwalkers, but hopefully they grow into this as very close to a third goal yet again. It almost feels like it's knocking, but we need to see a reply from the Nightwalkers for the time being as we enter our final 40 seconds of this first game.
100%, and now as you get towards the end stages of the game, the longer it takes you to not score that first goal, I think it's just going to take a little bit out of their sails. But it's nothing that they can't come back from. It's very close, it's very even. Might be a little bit unfortunate in the final third, but we've seen them going off of these walls, trying to get a couple aerials done, and there we go. There is the counter for Nightwalkers, a solid shot in. And that's what you need, you need that momentum. There's still 20 seconds left, more than able to try and tie this one up.
And like you said, that's all they really need to get a foot back into this. This final 20 seconds now, all the pressure is on Kasia to make sure that they don't give up that 2-goal lead within the span of the final 30 seconds. But momentum now with Nightwalkers. There was a nice goal. We finally saw the link up of a ball reaching another purple player on the pitch, but now they're going to have to do that again in the final 10 seconds here. But Kasia just happy to keep it on their side, keep the ball, but there's the bang away, trying to eat away at the clock, and this might just hit the ground. There it is, game 1 to Kasia, and a pretty stellar game from them. But I was liking what I was seeing at the end from Nightwalkers. They were doing those drives forward, going for the counter attacks, and they finally got one towards the end. So hopefully that momentum will do them well going into this next one.
100%. I'm pretty sure all the nerves have now probably died down. They said, okay, well, that was the first game. We're now warm. We're back into it. Let's see what we can do. I was very impressed with Nightwalkers' offensive capabilities, though. They were actually playing really well. They got decent shots off. Maybe just a little bit of lack of quality in front of net. But other than that, they showed good promise. I think this will be a fairly close series with 3 games to go.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, if this first game is anything to go by, I mean, taking almost half the game for the first goal to go in, and that final 30 seconds looking a bit dicey for a moment. So that's anything to go off. This series is sure to be very exciting, and I'm still not quite sure of who I'm thinking is more comfortable or who's looking better. So I think maybe the second game will be the definitive of which of these teams is really going to go and grab this series. But that was a nice first game from both. I agree with you. I just want to see a little bit more, like you said, clinicality from Nightwalkers in front of that net. Really just taking their shots when they can and really taking their opportunities. I think they had 6 shots in the previous match with only 1 goal, but that's all right, as hopefully they can just pile on the shot and eventually one might just go in. So here we go, game 2, second kickoff, and pretty neutral for the time being, but it's already early pressure coming out. And that is great speed coming out from Acolyte, just absolutely dusting the Nightwalkers defender. Sort of not well, we'll see here, not getting the correct block, and that's a nice aerial to make sure that's on target.
True, that's good observation from him, though. He saw 2 players double commit for that mid boost, and that just freed him up for a lot of space. He just decided, okay, well, if I get a touch, I have a chance of getting a 50. If he misses, it's a goal. And he knew he had somebody behind him for Kasia, so that's a really good start. That's what you want to see, nice and early. Give your team confidence, and now he goes up for the flip reset. He has the play in mid, gets cut out. Let's see if he can maybe take a little bit of control in defense here of Kasia, or if Nightwalks want to play the fast counter, maybe try and get a little bit mechanical in the air. Gets dusted by, I believe that was forward Hilux. Acolyte now taking it to the corner. Bit of a miss from Nighthawks, but that's alright. A lot of pressure though. Again, now we have to see what composure you can come up with if you are Nighthawks. Yes, the ball is permanently in your half, but it's how you react to that that will really set you apart. And if you can like give you a couple of opportunities coming back into a 1-1 position.
Yeah, definitely. It's all on them there. Obviously, I thought they would have a bit more of that momentum towards the end of that second game, but it's really been Casey that have come out really fast, really aggressive, and especially Acolyte. I mean, earlier we saw him going for that flip reset, and now he's lurking up again, very close to poaching that, but there still could be an opportunity. Ford Hilux trying to get around it, and he does have the control. Unfortunately, no one for Nightwalkers quite back there. All players committing quite hard, and yeah, Ford Hilux just with an opportunity to sort of roll it in the net there. Bit cheeky, but a nice finish, getting control of the ball, and suddenly Nightwalkers in a familiar position, 2 goals down, but this one happened much earlier in this match. So we need to see them, we need to see the replies. Like you said in that first game, they had really good defensive pressure going forward, but they can't afford to keep getting trapped like this.
True, in this game with 0 shots and most of the game being played in your own half, it doesn't really bode well going into it. So let's see the recovery period, if they're able to maybe try and slow it down. Oh, it's a good 50. Could that be it? That's solid. That was really good. He was not afraid, played for full confidence, went for that 50, and he was the last man back. So that's just an open net.
And that's a perfect response. We were worried that they were getting really bullied in their own half, but finally a chance to go into the opposition half, just full commit towards that, and a very nice pinch into the opposition net, and they're back in it just like that. It's amazing how 1 goal in Rocket League can be such a difference maker, and especially with only 4 series or 4 games to play, that every goal is going to be incredibly crucial in this. But now Nightwalkers with a chance. We want to see more of this pressure coming out as Silver's jumping up for that. Doesn't quite beat Acolyte, but nice follow-up by Nice Panda. Gets it almost on target, but no follow-up by a teammate again. But we can see them cheating up much closer to one another, really trying to play off each other's passes and just make it as awkward as possible for the blue team.
100%. I think there's a really good... Oh, and there we go. We see it again. Nice Panda with a really solid shot after he was just not afraid to commit. I think they just need to play with a little bit more freedom. They really seem to be at their best when they're not too... I wouldn't say overthinking the play, but if they're taking too much time, I think it does not bode well for them. It seems to be like when they play with their freedom, they're able to be a little bit more creative, able to push... Oh, and that's just a kickoff goal. Now we see a 2-goal swing. Could Kasia come back from this now is the question.
Yeah, it seems like momentum has just completely shifted. A bit of a very unfortunate kickoff there coming out. That's something we hope to see less and less of, but unfortunately that is just how it can go. And suddenly Nightwalkers in a position of taking the lead, having gone 2-0 down and looking like all the pressure was out of their favor, but really sending it, showing some more confidence and not getting bossed around their own half, finally keeping Kasia in their own half for a bit. And here they are, keeping up the pressure, and it's looking really good. It's last minute, last ditch, last effort touches coming out from Casey at the moment, so this could be a 4th. And there it is, finally the pressure is really paying off for Nightwalkers at the moment, and we saw glimpses of it in that first game, but it's finally looking like they're on the same page.
Yet another goal coming in for Nightwalkers. And the other thing I want to bring up is that Kasia haven't been in this position yet. They haven't seen themselves going a goal down, let alone 2. So how they recover from this is also going to be important. But Nice Panda and I believe it is Flace actually just linking up really well on the offense as well. Putting good pressure in, making sure everything's awkward. Hilux and Acolyte now double committing. It seems to be like they just need to calm it down for a couple seconds just to get back into it.
Yeah, looking like this game's getting to them a bit, but still plenty of time in it. As long as they can stabilize soon, then I'm sure as soon as that 3rd goal goes in, then this is a completely different game. But you can't help but feel whichever way the goal goes is going to be the decider of this game. If Nightwalkers can get that 5th, then it might be a go next for Kasia, but of course a 1-goal difference in their favor would make it a whole lot easier. But it's looking like it's calming down a bit now. The goals were really flowing for a minute there as yet another double commit coming out. It's looking like they still need to just calm it down a bit more and really focus on their opportunities. At the moment it just seems like they're trying to go fast with the ball, trying to keep up that pressure, but there's a good shot. Looking for the follow-up, but it's just floating for the moment, but close. It's getting closer and closer, but not quite there as the time is dwindling away.
100%. I think they are doing all the right things. They've slowed the game down. They've got more into their control. But the next goal is going to be the decider. Remember, you only have a minute left, and I'm not sure what their idea is of the time and how far they want to push, but at the end of the day, I'd rather concede too and know that I've been playing a little bit more aggressive now at the end, trying to make something happen, being a bit proactive, than just letting the game go by at this point. And it seems like they are trying to be a little bit more aggressive in the air, getting a couple of boosts. Look at that, they get the back boost control. It'll be interesting to see if they can pull anything off in these last 45 seconds.
That's a nice start, a little bit of a fake out there, and a nice attempt by Acolyte, but oh, unfortunately Ford Hilux has hit the top. Oh, that is so unfortunate. From that close of an angle, you thought he really had that, and that could have been the crucial goal, but Acolytes kept them in this. It isn't over quite yet, still 30 seconds left on the clock. A bit of pandemonium going from side to side, but it is still Casey that need these 2 goals. A nice double from Acolyte's going to help. If he can get there first, but no, Nightwalkers, their defense has been a lot better than that first game, and they're really showing their what was the term you used? They're being proactive. I think Nightwalkers have definitely improved on that, but it seems that this KC team just lacking a bit, but still a decent second game, a great response by Nightwalkers, and the momentum of the series shifts once again.
And now we are left with a 1-all series with 2 games to go. A bit of a quieter game for sorry, not Brotator, that's just the error on my side, for Kezia. But we saw exactly what they tried to do in the beginning of the game. They had a really good start. Remember, they scored, had a kickoff goal after, the momentum was with them. And once that shifted, it didn't seem like they could do too much on the way back. So I'm not too sure what they may plan on changing, what their ideas are of moving forward, but if they fall behind, they don't seem to be the team that could regain. Nightwalker's really good, a really good game here, part of the series. But remember, they still have 2 games left. And if you go into the next one with a completely refreshed mindset, you know, just take it a little bit easy, have some water, always does you wonders. You'll be all right. I don't think there's too much to stress.
That GG's go next kind of attitude is I think an underrated skill in Rocket League, is being able to, even if you get absolutely, I mean, this game was still very close, don't get me wrong, but even if you are to get obliterated in the series, it's having that mindset to come back, make those changes, make those adjustments. So we look forward to seeing it now, and that's the cool thing about these 4 games, is these players all know that there's a minimum of 4 games to be played, so they can really just go and give it their all. And sure, it's difficult to make those kind of changes in such a short amount of time. We even see pro teams struggle to make those changes in best of 5s, best of 7s, but it's very doable for them because of how close those initial games were. So going into this game 3, it's more on Casey now, I think, to try and get a response, but Nightwalkers, they have made some great adjustments from that first game, and they're looking far more comfortable.
For sure. They really looked like the better team in that last game, and it wasn't as close as it was in the first. They just showed a little bit more quality. Quality which we have seen from Kasia, and I hope we do see again from this game, because they really know how to keep the pressure on, boost off, and just make it as difficult as possible. Now you see Acolyte with a bit of a dribble play, goes up the wall for Hilux. He is in a position to do a little bit of flip reset. Okay, off the wall. Ooh, a little bit unfortunate, but again, good pressure. This is good creativity. It makes sure that you're never comfortable on the Nightwalker's half. Everything just looks a little bit, I don't know, it's a bit harder to read when your teammate decides to go for something that you're not used to, especially in the tournament setting. And that's really good to see. It's a much more proactive, really good positive start for Kasia here.
Yeah, definitely. And interesting thing to point out with Kasia is Vide not having the greatest amount of points towards the end of the last match, so he is going to be subbed out there for Balam Arshad. So the sub coming in, we'll see if he ends up being the difference maker. Unfortunately, Vide, I thought, very nice first game. He was looking very confident in the air, but in that second game, looking a bit shooken by the Nightwalkers and their sort of willingness to just send it at the players on the walls and get those dunks and get those awkward touches. But it'll be interesting to see what Balam can do, but it's pretty even so far. No goals going in quite yet, and just some decent mid control coming up from both teams. Neither of them really wanting to get trapped in their halves, which both have shown in their respective first and second games that they are capable of doing. But this is a really nice shot, but an even better save, just about keeping it out. And the Nightwalkers survived that first attack.
A really solid save there from Flaze. And one thing I really want to point out is I enjoy these little 1v1s between Acolyte and Nice Band. As you can see, he just got demoed off of it. They seem to be playing like it a little bit closer. A bit of a 1v1 within this 3v3 game, and it's really nice to watch just how these two interact. They definitely seem to be a bit of the driving force in terms of calming things down and playing more aggressively when it seems suitable. So I do actually am enjoying watching this game. A nice touch here out from mid. Let's see if who's the first one to get the Acolyte does beat. Does he have another touch? Panda might play it off the backboard, keeps it in the corner. Highlights with a big shot.
Oh!
No one to save it off the crossbar. Balam, a double jump, unfortunate. 2 players go across. Oh, this is a little bit of chaos, but then again, let's see what happens when it quiets down. Panda again gets a nice touch across for the counter. Nobody up just yet, keeping it a little bit close. Acolyte up, gets beaten by Silver, I believe. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And now we go back to a little bit of a midfield battle.
Yeah, and that was so reminiscent of that second game when I believe it was Ford Hilux with more or less the chance to slot the net and hitting the top bar. And it was so reminiscent just watching the players really trying to get that ball in the back of the net. But unfortunately, it just looked like the comms were a bit panicky at that moment, and still no goal within the first 3 minutes of this match. And I mean, the games have been very close so far, so we really expect nothing less. But it's good play from both. Now KC are trying to do yet another drive. They've had what's felt like the best chances so far towards the latter end of this game, but still no goal coming out. I see 3 shots from Nightwalkers and 4 from Cassia, so that midfield battle really proving to be the difference at the moment. But who's going to get that lucky 50 or clear like that one, or who's going to make that crucial mistake, as we're almost entering our final minute with no goals.
100% as Ford Hilux now tries to get a shot across. Acolyte going to follow it up, but there's no third man following that. So they did have a little bit of time there as Nightwalkers, and I'm glad that they took it because the shots just seem to be piling up. Acolyte with another turn. Ford Hilux going to fake that one. Big 50 out. Let's see what the recovery is like. Who's up first? Acolyte gets a touch. Panda on now. Double tap. Let's see if he gets one more touch on mid. Goes opts for the back pass. Takes his time. That's good. That's good patience from Flace as well. It's not too rushed. As his third man, he understands that he's the last man back there for a second. Don't want to make a mistake, especially with 40 seconds left, and it's still 0-0. It's a very close game.
Yeah, and a lot of touches so far, especially towards the end of this game, have sort of been these big booms down the pitch, just trying to get rid of the ball. As another shot coming out there from Casey. It feels like it's almost inevitable, but that they score. But if they don't, you can't help but feel they'll be thinking about that. They've had plenty of opportunities, but they just haven't had that clinical effect. But here's Nice Panda with a nice air dribble, getting over all of the players, and that's all Nightwalkers needed. I was saying, Werty, it feels like it was really Casey's to try and take that goal, and they had so many chances, but it just shows how volatile Rocket League is. One counter-attack down the other way with a fantastic air dribble, and that is the difference maker.
100%, and I mean they had 7 shots, 3 of them hit the bar if I'm not mistaken, and there comes Nice Panda with one that just needed the little bit of clinicality to finish it in. But here comes Acolyte, nice. Good bump from Ford Hilux. He just cleared the net open for him, and Acolyte gets an open net. That's actually gorgeous. That's what you love to see.
Yeah.
The instant response, a good bump, makes your teammates' life easier. It's a good team play. Now 10 seconds left, all tied up yet again.
Oh, what a change this game has had. I mean, 4 minutes, no goals, and now in our final 13 seconds, it's all tied up 1-1 again. And very, very fast response by Casey, and they might just get another one. Hits the post again. This ball hits the other side of the goal. It feels like they just can't buy a goal at this point, and I might be a bit frustrated with that, all of these shots, but 11 shots to Casey, 4 going to Nightwalkers, and we're in an overtime at the moment. Casey need to try and find their shooting boots at the moment, while there's Nightwalkers, they need to try and get some pressure of their own. A good speed from all the players. The midfield battle seems to be continuing.
It seems to be a little bit dominated by Acacia. They get to the ball a little bit quicker every single time. And while I'm not too sure if they're doing as much as they can, here comes Acolyte. Can he get the bump? Both up. And Hilux now with an open net shot. Does that just go in?
Oh! Wow. Wow.
Not the overtime I expected for it to end, but what can you do? I mean, it's 1 save, 2 out of position, and that's a really solid shot across. Acolyte again making like really good space off of the air dribble there, and that is game 3.
What a game 3. Felt like all the action really happened in the final minutes of the game, but there it is, the response from Casey, having lost that second game, but now they've come back. Was hoping for a bit longer of an overtime selfishly, as I always enjoy watching how sort of the pressure and it builds, but 24 seconds is all we wrote that time, and rightfully won by Casey, I think. I mean, look at those shots coming up from them. It felt like they just needed to get that ball in the back of the net, and thankfully they did. So They won't be going away with that thought of, oh guys, we really should have won that. Now we're going into this next game thinking the same. But they're in a very good position. They have a chance to still win it here. Obviously, this is the last game of the 4. 2-1 to Cassia at the moment. So Nightwalkers, all on them to try and get that draw and get that one more point for their team in the standings.
For sure. And I think especially if they want to see another win, they're going to be a little bit more clinical in front, because you are putting up a lot of pressure and a lot of shots, but they are getting scored on the counter attack by Nightwalkers. They seem to be very happy to just soak up that pressure, and if the defense stays as it is for Nightwalkers, Acolyte just makes everything I say redundant with a really nice touch. It plays off of mid, gets a prop over, and just puts it in the back of the net.
Yeah, really great speed to follow up his own touch there. All 3 players of Nightwalkers sort of thinking they had a bit more time. There's no way he's just going to directly follow that. And boom, all of a sudden, it's in the back of the net. First 13 seconds of this match in contrast to the previous. And all of a sudden, it is Casey with a lead yet again. And that's some very nice infield passing at the moment. The link up and the confidence is definitely back. We saw it drop a bit in that second game. But that third, they were really piling on that pressure and looking like themselves. But speaking of a team that needs to look more like themselves, Nightwalkers, bit of a double commit there, but they have the ball in the blue half. We need to see more of a follow-up, but unfortunately nothing quite definitive yet. Nice Panda with a decent follow, but 2 blue players go, and now it's awkward in front of the net, and just a couple of these touches just not going where these players, I'm sure, would be hoping they go, but both teams surviving for the time being, but it's Casey that will be the happier of the 2.
100%. I think Nightwalkers maybe just started off a little bit slow after losing that overtime. It's nothing that you really want to see, as that's just 2 bit of a fumbles on the wall. Forward Hilux is more than happy to just slot that away. Ballum with a decent touch on the corner, looks for the bump. That's a really good play, just to create a little bit of pressure on the backboard, maybe make people a little bit anxious, get a little bit jumpy, and Forward Hilux just slots it. Here we go, 2-0 with still 4 minutes left to play. Game is not over, but Kaiser seemed to be the team just with a little bit more quality in every piece of the pitch.
Yeah, it seems to be so, and I mean, and what an absolute contrast from that previous game. It just really shows the kind of impact that win and the confidence from a win can have on a team. But it seems to be Nightwalkers with a bit of their confidence shot at the moment. They are still trying what they can, as a decent follow-up by Silver here is going to go to the backboard, but lovely rotations coming out forward. Hilux just waiting for it. And yeah, it's a lot of pops and close moments, but there's another double commit, and the first one to the ball is yet again a Casey player. And obviously mentioning in that last game, Ballum coming in, and he didn't really have to do much. I don't believe he had any of the shots for his team. It was his 2 teammates, Ford Hilux and Acolyte, with the, was it 11? I think it ended with, maybe 12. So it's nice to see him getting an assist to his name there, getting a shot for himself. And going for a nice play, as you mentioned, a bump on the backboard it's always a perfect play to make the other team panic, as that's just going to go straight in. 3 minutes left, 3 goals on the clock, and Nightwalker's really struggling in this last one.
I think that was just because of the continuous pressure. No boost, it gets a little bit awkward.
So close as well.
Yeah, unfortunate lack of a bit of composure there. But again, I think Ballum has actually put in some good effort just around the pitch. You've never seen him in necessarily the completely wrong spot, even though he may not be on. Oh, that might be a goal. Unfortunate open net miss against the crossbar. But
there we go.
Comes and cleans it up. That's exactly what you want to see. And now it's looking like a bit of a more competitive game. But again, I think Ballum has actually played very decently. While he's not continuously up front, he's making some really good runs, really good rotations. Seems to be in the right place. And now that he's demoed, it seems to be an open net that Nightwalkers are happy to put away.
Yeah, some very good background play, if you would, coming out from Ballum, sort of doing the dirty work, doing the rotations, making sure he's always in the right spot, as tries to get a bit of a doink on, but it is going to go to Ford Hilux for his hat-trick, as nice pop by Acolyte. Ford Hilux just so far slamming the ball off the ceiling. That's a very difficult read when you see 2 blue players flopping in the air for it as well. So unfortunate there from Nightwalker, because
100%. I think also the thing that worked out for them there is whenever you see somebody going for that redirect, that little touch, and if they don't end up doing it, it works as a great fake. So he's just drawing away one defender with just his movement, regardless of what happens, and it's just a really good play to see. Forward Hilux now taking it up the wall, looks to go for the corner. Panda, unfortunate miss on the touch, gets 50'd away by Ballum. Panda again, good beat. Let's see, it's a 2v1 situation in front, gets a touch across. Ballum should be in the corner now. Unfortunate miss. And forward. Highlights taking it a little bit back. I believe my caster has disconnected, so I will finish this off by my lonesome. But that's alright. Baum taking it up now. Has a 61 boost. Let's see what he's doing. It called off early for the fake. I'm pretty sure that was a com. Acolyte was very early to that.
I'll help you out. I'll cast with you, Werty, so you know what a debut you're having.
Truly, I expected nothing less, my friend Gravian. How are we doing?
I'm doing pretty good, and but geez, Cassia have come out in this last game. It's been such a tight series. I'm almost disappointed that we aren't going to get an overtime here, probably, if the Nightwalkers can't figure themselves out and get this equalized.
100%. I think they've actually played really, really good RL over the course of the series. I think they've actually just improved as the games have gone along. Nightwalkers have needed a little bit of luck, a little bit more quality, and okay, there's that little bit of quality and a little bit of luck off of that 50. But Kasia do seem to be the more consistent team just for this little moment here.
Well, a minute 17, that's plenty time for things to get awkward and sweaty, as we so often see in these Rocket League games. A team leads for a long time and then just suddenly give up goals. We saw it just a game or two ago on Forbidden Temple. We saw a long lead suddenly disappearing with a succession of goals. And of course, Nightwalkers will be looking for just that. But they're going to need to get it to the... Oh! That might have put that dream to bed, Werty.
I believe that is the final nail in the coffin. That's an unfortunate touch, but again, Acolyte's just looking so confident. He's more than happy to just ball chase a little bit, go for demos, just be involved in the play, and it's paid off for them quite well. I think that's something that they need to keep if they want to move forward in this, because that he's really just made a really big influence in these games.
And would you say on a balance of the games that a 2-2 result would have been fair? I mean, I think excluding the performance here by Cassia, in games 1 and 4, they definitely dominated.
100%. I think 2-2 would be fair for the pure fact that Cassia didn't maybe feel as warmed up getting into it. I think that as the games have gone on, they've seemed more natural. And that's a solid shot. A good demo as well to open up the net for them.
You were looking at the shot. I was just looking at the demo. I'm such a fan of the demo plays. That was just fantastic. So nice to see when it works, because that's the trick with them, isn't it? Because it's one thing demo chasing and finding yourself in the wrong place, but where you clear out all the defense and leave the net open, it's fabulous.
Truly the teamwork play, the unsung hero to make the net just a little bit easier to shoot at, you know?
My only issue is that you still don't get points for a demo, which is a tragedy.
That is unfortunate. But I mean, here's the thing, right? If we have casters like us who definitely pay attention to these things, you will not go unnoticed. Do not worry.
Absolutely. Okay, well, this has been a dominating performance from Cassia. They're going to take the series 3-1, and they're going to have themselves an excellent start to league play.
100%. I mean, I'm keen to see what they manage to pull off in these next couple of games, but I mean, look at the shots again. It's 12 shots to 6, and the quality just seemed to be a little bit favoring that Cassia team. As yeah, I think we will go into our Masters game, if I'm correct.
You are indeed correct. That wraps up our 2 prospect games, and you'll see the missing Max Presser there. Well, you won't see him, but where he should be. But yeah, our next series is going to be Masters. So we've had our two prospect games. Next up, Masters, and that will be the last for the night, and we'll wrap up our first week on stream, which has been not it beat the hell out of our first week. You weren't here for the first week of season 1. It was absolute pandemonium and chaos. Tonight, there's been some tension with power failures and restarting lobbies, but by and large, it's been very good. And by the way, Werty, outstanding job on your casting debut.
Thank you. That's exactly what I need to hear from the man who's been doing it for such a long time. But it was fun. I really did enjoy it. Again, the only reason that it could have been that chaotic in Season 1 is because I was playing. See, now I'm on the casting desk. I'm on the opposite side of the field. I get to critique and have fun and, you know, really get to analyze these gameplays. And it's been really enjoyable. I'm keen to see what this development can throw into for the rest of RSC moving forward. And maybe we'll see most of these players in RLCS soon.
One will hope that, and we'll see you in the RLCS casting booth at some point. Not in the immediate future, but at some point. But that's gonna wrap it up for our second series, the third one coming up after a relatively short break.
Welcome back, RSC SSA. We are about to turn up some of that speed here as we go into a Masters game. I'm joined here on the desk by the legendary Masters himself. I mean, what a coincidence.
It's crazy to think that they named a tier after me, even though I'm a prospect in EU. But we are here anyway, and we've got a very interesting matchup with Draga versus Abyss. 2 stacked lineups, and what's your thoughts going into this?
My thoughts are extremely excited. I'm really looking forward to this game. It's going to be a pretty interesting one. Valkyrie Knights are coming through with quite a few known names. Friction, Bigfoot, Potato with the gun, and Nuke as the sub. And then Shadows coming in with D-Lynch, Violet, Strix, and Peanuts. I think it's going to be an absolutely amazing Masters game.
Yeah, it's really interesting when we look at it with the Abyss side choosing to go with their substitute for their first week of league play. Something quite interesting when you look at it, considering with the Abyss side on average tending to have higher players. So with everyone in the lobby, I say let's get this party going.
I agree. I'm ready to turn up that heat, get some cars rolling around and some balls hitting into nets. I've got some expectations. These players are all like absolutely superb at this game.
Well, it looks like all the players have connected successfully. Apart from on the side of Draga.
Some stuff is happening here in the lobby. We'll be jumping into it pretty soon. It is interesting. I did see some that D-Lynch is coming from overseas with some very nice high ping. So it's going to be interesting to see how well he can handle that and get started here in game number 1.
Yeah, D-Lynch, one of the EU members, making his way over to SSA. And what a start by D-Lynch! Only 8 seconds into the game, and he's showing us that ping isn't the problem, it's the skill.
That is indeed true. Right off the bat, I was wondering what he would do, and he scores the very first goal of the series. Very nicely done. That gives a very nice early lead to Abyss over there. And now it's going to have to be Draga to bring it right back. Strings, nice tap to the sidewall, trying to get some pressure forwards. Nuke does clear away. D-Lynch, big demo on Friction, just keeps that pressure back. Now to PJ, up the sidewall, trying to get the ball out. Bumped away by Bigfoot. Friction, looking for the pass into mid. Does get there, good demo, but it will be Strings to keep that ball out of the danger zone.
Yeah, Shrink's really well placed as third man there, managing to secure the defense for Abyss after that demo. But all the pressure so far since that goal has come from Draga. Bigfoot managing to pop it in the air, uncontested, managed to get one touch on there, pinched it into the net, and oh, Nuke out of nowhere equalises. What a game so far, 1 apiece, and we're only 50 seconds in.
Game's barely even started and we've already got some clanger shots coming through. Just shows you the amount of speed and the plays that are going to start developing here in this Masters game. Will be Bigfoot off the side wall before a full reset. Strings will get there. Big clear away. Nuke follow up. Strings can't quite get the dunk, but Lynx will slam it away back into that orange half. Bigfoot managed to follow, looking for the pass mid. Can't quite get it. All 3 Knights keeping good defense, now going back into offense.
Lynch so far playing as almost as if they are within the SSA region. Quite surprising, seeming with over 200 ping. Looks the complete natural here, managing to dispossess the ball from Nuke. Friction, causing some friction between the ball and the wall, getting it into the offense position. Bigfoot putting it across the backboard, but none of the team are there. Over Nuke now. Friction once again on the ball, managing to put the ball into the centre. Bigfoot, is he going to be able to beat Shrinks? No, he's not. Lynch unable to find his teammate, and once again Valkyrie Knights on the offense here with a chance, not quite. Shrink's now going to be able to hopefully get the ball out of the area. D-Lynch down the field here, back up to Bigfoot. Valkyrie Knights look as if they're settling in now, potentially putting on.
They are indeed. They're putting some nice pressure right now against Abyss. Nice pass to mid for Nuke, but can't quite put it on target. Gonna keep the ball around. Good 50. Might be an opportunity to get the ball mid. D-Lynch, very good job keeping that ball away. Friction, not quite the touchy ones. Gives Strings a chance. Nice pass to the left with PPB. Tap forwards in net, but not quite on target. Now Nuke. Once again, Valkyrie Knights going on attack. Nuke onto the ceiling. Dunked immediately by D-Lynch. who, as you mentioned, is playing superbly well considering that 180 ping barrier.
Of course, every performance matters more than people think. With RSC, it's a game 4 format. Draws are important, goals are important. Even if you do end up getting swept 4-0, your goal difference plays a big impact of where you may finish in the table. Even if you concede 5, if you manage to get 2 in, that's massive. As Bigfoot putting down the big wheel, managing to get that pinch and put Draugr into the lead. No defense to be found anywhere from the Abyss side. It's almost as if they were left in complete darkness.
Your puns on fire, bro. There's going to be some very good job there for Draugr. Puts them nicely in the lead, considering they came at the start of this game on behind. Bring it right back now. Bigfoot, here forward, D-Lynch. We'll be able to keep him in touch. Right up middle, Bigfoot, there first, PJ. A little bit awkward, but no one there to contest. Now it's Nuke, side foot friction. We'll get a 50 with strings to the side wall for Bigfoot, follow it up, D-Lynch. Immediately on that friction. Big fast forward, Bigfoot might be able to take a opportunity from that now friction. Onto the backward, look for a teammate. Bigfoot trying to bump. And Abyss are keeping the ball away for a little bit. The friction can't quite connect on the double tap.
Abyss slightly settling in a little bit more since they conceded that second goal. Once again, the defense going nowhere. Are we really casting master? Because it doesn't look like it. Where's the defense going? They leave the net open. Bigfoot's going to say thank you for the big hole. I'm going to score my second. We're going to take a 2-goal lead. Catch us if you can.
It is pretty difficult in Draugr's defense there. You know, in Abyss's defense, Draugr had a lot of offense there, and they had a lot of possession, giving away all that boost from the defense of Abyss. It does make it a little bit harder to keep all your members on that defensive line. See if Abyss can bring it back. Big clang coming from Bigfoot. Good demo from Friction on D-Lynch. Might open up some more space for an extra goal. But PJ will be there first. Now it shrinks. Tap into the corner. Nuke. Big clear away. D-Lynch now. He's going to keep some pressure. Doesn't have much space to follow it, but just wants to make sure that ball is staying in the orange path. Time is ticking away though. They will have to get an answer very soon if they want to stay in this.
Draugr here managing to find each other in the middle. Friction putting on some power onto the ball, and it finds top left of the net. A 3-goal lead this early on in your first series, especially on stream, is the best way to start. 25 seconds left. If they can see this one out with a 3-goal lead, they're going to put themselves in the best position possible. Shadow here with the Abyss side need to start putting on some pressure. They may be down by 3, but even as I said earlier, that extra goal can really help them out.
It can indeed, but currently Valkyrie Knights, they're not willing to go down, let any goals through without a fight. The only goal so far that Abyss has managed to score came right on early in the game. Maybe Lynch can get a little bit extra here. No, he can't. Can't get that extra momentum to come into game number 2. That will be Valkyrie Knights taking game number 1.
Yeah, it's a great performance there from both teams. Draugr coming out with, the bigger impact with these plays that they had coming out in the first game. Shadow came into it as well, full of optimism, but they left with peanuts, and they're going to go into the game down from the first one.
Hey, indeed. You come up with some of the best puns I've ever heard. Oh my. I am hoping to see Abyss here turn up some more pressure, bring themselves back into the game for game number 2. Because as you said earlier, every single game here in this round robin 4-game series is very important. Each one determines how well you're going to place. So every single win you can get is extremely useful. As we head here into game number 2.
Shadow now on the back foot here, needing to make an instant impact into this game. Peanuts now trying to show that they're a little bit fruity flavoured as they put on the pressure, but Nuke isn't having any of that. managing to put some more pressure on Peanuts. Friction once again finding the ball in the middle. Shrinks managing to get the first touch. Bigfoot is on the back foot. Doesn't quite seem to get the ball out as much as they wanted to here. Drops down to the middle, but Nuke's going to absolutely slam that out. And once again, Draugr are on the offense.
They are indeed, just what we saw for a large portion of last game. They hold that offense very nice, but that almost from Bigfoot. It's going to be a little awkward. Nuke does get there before Lynch, keep that ball away. Nice step from Friction. It's going to take some time. Pass down to Nuke. Nuke for the shot onto the backboard. No one there to follow it up. Bigfoot tries to tap in, but D-Lynch will keep it away. Now it's Abyss on the counter. Good bump. DJ, nice tap to the sidewall. Bigfoot will keep the clear. All this game so far, interesting compared to game number 1. Good pinch. Might be an opportunity, but not quite.
50-50 game so far. Nuke managing to dispossess in the middle. Bigfoot puts it into an offensive position. Draugr really seem to be upping the ante here, with Nuke managing to find a shot, but blocked by D-Lynch and Peanuts. Peanuts going to be pushing downfield, maybe to put on some extra pressure. Friction taking their time now. Are they able to find a play in the middle? They're going to go for a flick. Flick it over one. Can they find it into the middle? No, shut down by Peanuts. Nuke managing to beat them out here. Nuke with a shot across the backboard, and Shrink manages to clear it out. A little bit of a breather here for Abyss as they manage to clear the ball out. One player left back, D-Lynch. Let's see what he can do. Manages to get past one. Friction slowing the play down. Dispossessed again by Peanuts. Friction with the flick, not quite there. Once again, Abyss really absorbing this pressure, managing to clear the ball.
No one managing to put any shots in just yet. Abyss are trying to get the ball as far away from the net. That touch from Bigfoot might be bad, but Friction gets there in time. PJ can keep it around. D-Lynch looking for the demo. Can't quite get it. Past one. Nuke forces 50 on the goal line. Does a good job. Taps it out, but D-Lynch will be there to follow. Abyss getting some good pressure now, but as I say, that's cleared away immediately by both Green Knights. Friction, good bump. Might get big for some time to get a beat there. Nice spot to Friction. Shot to mid. Kept away by Strings. And playing a little bit of ping pong now.
Yeah, the play here certainly explosive as Friction managing to dispossess. Finds Bigfoot, who takes a big chunk of time out of the clock, but not big on the play. Bigfoot once again catches the ball. 50 with Peanuts. Shrinks now, going to apply some of that pressure, trying to speed up the play here for Abyss with the bump into the middle. D-Lynch burst to the ball here. The faster player with an open net here. Peanuts with a shot across the backboard, and the bump out of nowhere dispossesses D-Lynch. Can Nuke find Bigfoot in the middle? He doesn't. He misses the ball completely. It's almost as if we're back in Prospect. D-Lynch now off the backboard, misses the ball in the middle. There's more misses here than I've ever had in my life in Rocket League. But once again, Nuke putting the ball back into the middle. Surely the goal comes soon.
Might be an opportunity there from Bigfoot, but will be kept away nicely by Nuke. Friction, nice tap high. D-Lynch will follow. Bigfoot now might be looking for pass. See Nuke waiting there in the mid. Good pass forward, but will keep 4 feet away. Now it's Friction's turn up the sidewall onto the ceiling. Can't quite get the great touch. Does get the into on the recovery. Beautifully done. Draugr will get their first goal in game number 2.
Bit of a science lesson for everyone there. That was Friction squared. Friction on the ball. Friction the player. Another goal. 1-0 up here to Draugr. Surely they're going to take a 2-0 series lead.
They very well might. Friction, big tap onto the backboard, but Strings isn't going to panic at all. Trying to keep this pressure going for Draugr. Might be able to bring one more in if they keep it going. Links, get away, but Nuke will be there. DJ, they tap towards Lynch. Can't quite get the touch. Now Friction. Good clear up to Nuke. Nuke can't quite take the control. Peanuts in the clear. Strings, never on Bigfoot's going to help just clear some of that pressure that VK has, but will be a little awkward. Friction can't quite get it in. Abyss holding on, trying to get something in the last 30 seconds.
I don't know what I've just witnessed out of D-Lynch, but that is possibly the best save I've ever experienced in my life. A lifeline here for Abyss. 20 seconds remaining. They're left with just Peanuts in the back, managing to get the ball on net. A lack of pressure here coming from Abyss. Bigfoot managing to push the ball forward, tries to get the 50 with Shrinks, doesn't quite manage to get the ball into an attacking position. Peanuts here with 2 players, both in the middle, dispossessed by Friction. Surely, Drago will run the clock down here. Can Delic do anything? Doesn't manage to catch the ball the way they wanted. It drops, it's 2-0 to Draugr. Valkyrie Knights up 2-0. Abyss left in utter darkness. Where do they go next?
The only place left to go is into a tiny glimmer of light. They may have been hold scoreless during that game, but I think if they bring up some of that speed at the start of game number 3, get an early goal like they did in game number 1, they might have a chance to bring it back and at the very least fight for the draw between the series.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think where Shadow are currently lacking with the Abyss side is, you know, they're not really honing in on the origin of their name. Their name's Abyss. They need to be sending their opponents to the darkness. They need to send them to the Shadow Realm. I need to start seeing some more impactful plays out of the Shadow team. I want to see demos on rotation. I want to see demos on offense. We need to see the Shadow team be a bit more impactful, because when it comes to the possession, they're not really doing much with the ball, which is why they're breaking down on the attack.
That is very true. And then to add on to that, you have Draugr's relentless offense keeping you back. Heading on into game number 3, can Abyss bring this series back? Bigfoot will get straight into the air. D-Lynch, nice confidence up immediately. Good 50. Nuke, good demo. Might be a good chance to pass mid. D-Lynch will keep it away. Now it's Friction into the corner. Strings, good touch. Bigfoot is keeping that pressure going for Valkyrie Knights. Nuke up the sidewall. Might be looking for an opportunity. Nice ceiling pinch. Pass one. Kept away nicely. Now Bigfoot. Tap mid. Might be an opportunity. Kept away. Double commit, but awkward. But no one there to keep the pressure going from Draugr. Bigfoot can't get it clear. And it will be Valkyrie Knights once again intense.
It's there with the demo. It's almost as if they're watching the stream. A bit more impactful play out of Abyss, and now they're on the front foot. Draugr can't seem to get themselves out of defense. It's just relentless, non-stop from Abyss. A flick there, managing to get out there from Friction. Trix misses the ball here. Peanuts shot on target, blocked out here by Friction. It's absolutely relentless here from Abyss. The big boom here from Nuke. An explosive clear across the face of goal. A bit risky, especially in the Master Tier with the speed of play. D-Lynch going to drop the ball here, take some time, clear the ball out. Peanuts up early with the touch. Can he beat the last defender? No, blocked out by Bigfoot.
Friction now. Trying to get a counter. Nuke does get there. Hopes to feed away. DJ past one. Bigfoot will be there to catch. Gets past another as well. Lynch doesn't quite get a touch. Bigfoot goes for the shots, but Shrinks will be there to keep it away. Now it's Friction. Good 50. Might be another opportunity here, but no one from Draugr able to follow up. Nice pass, but kept away once again by BJ and Shrinks. D-Lynch forced to clear it away just to get this some breathing space for a bit. BJ onto the sidewall. Might be looking for a read. Nuke does clear it away as well. Neither team able to hold too much possession, not enough to make any goals now.
Completely agree with you. Abyss maybe on the slight front foot here with the demolitions, but it's almost as they're missing the ability to shoot, because they're getting all the ingredients you need to make a very yummy cake, but they're just missing the cream. Bigfoot managed to put the ball down the middle. Nuke with an explosive demolition there. Falls quite short. No one in the middle to follow up from Friction. Strix now taking the 50-50. Bigfoot with a big demo. Over one now. Can Bigfoot find the goal with the flip? And they get it in! Draugr take a 1-0 lead with just over halfway through the game. They are well on their way to sweeping this series, and Abyss look like they've got no answers to them at all.
Not any just yet. Very nicely done by Bigfoot, getting rid of the defender just so he can take it nice and high and good spot. Bigfoot might have an opportunity, but will be shot wide. Shrinks big demo to try and keep some of that offense away, but Nuke was immediately there for the shot. Shrinks now. Big clear up, but Bigfoot will be there first. Friction now. I'm going to try to take out D-Lynch. On quite. Bigfoot beats the ball. Nuke forced to return back to defense. Not much boost, looking a little bit awkward for him. Shrinks, looking for shot, tap onto the backboard. Lynch taking up sideboard. Tapping it for PJ. PJ, good shot, but Nuke just there for the read. Friction now. Keeping that ball out of the net. Droga, if they keep this pressure on, might have an opportunity to bring this back in the last minute.
If they're going to bring this back, they need to do something that they've recently failed to do. Can anyone guess? That's right. They need to score. On the pressure here now, PJ managing to get the ball down the pitch. Nuke trying to cause some interference in the middle. Doesn't quite come successful. Bigfoot on the wall, trying to find a player in the middle. Nuke is up early. Dispossessed by D-Lynch, who finds Peanuts. Back down to D-Lynch. Can he do anything with the ball? No. Dispossessed once again by Bigfoot. Drauga seem to have every answer they need in defense. They may be last with the ball, but when they get it, they're impactful. Nuke, once again, trying to cause some interference. Isn't as successful as the first time. Friction flicks it into the middle, finds Peanuts. Peanuts with the shot, and it's got in! How has that got in?
You know, Nuke had to 50-50 the wall, and he lost. Unfortunate there. Poor VK, but very fortunate on the side of Abyss. Bringing themselves back into this in the nick of time. All they have to do, hold it back a little longer. That will might be a little awkward, but no one is there. Punish it immediately, PJ. The touch past one. Might put this opportunity into mid. No demos coming out there from PJ. Friction. Yeah, nice top pass back. Double commit coming from Abyss. Might be showing a little bit of nerves here. PJ, shot onto the backboard. No one there to follow it up, just onto the crossbar. Right now, Droga keeping themselves millimeters away from losing a game.
Escaping with a lifeline, but it's not quite over yet. D-Lynch up in the air, on the backboard. Can they find the double? Peanuts! What a save on the line! We go into overtime here, and at the moment, Abyss are on the front foot, applying all the pressure at the end there. It's going to be interesting to see if they can take the momentum into this overtime and force us into an impactful game 4. Friction doesn't quite connect here. Demo out of shrinks. D-Lynch slowing down the play here, looking for the flick. Dispossessed by Nuke. Clear once again. Friction following up straight away. Are they going to find a play in the middle? Finds Bigfoot. Peanuts once again saving the ball. I can't call what way this is going to go.
I don't think I can either. Those passes, well, they're phenomenal. They're being kept away by the defense line. This might be a good opportunity here. Looking for pass and can't quite get a D-Lynch. We'll go up, Friction. There to dunk it. Droga, in for the defense, but Friction will take them out. Tricks. Gets a little more touch, and it will be Friction there to finish up game number 3 in a 56-second overtime.
Yeah, Shriek's not getting the best touch there that you want when you're on the back foot. The momentum of the ball going in favour of Drauga. And everyone is saying in the chat, we want more Friction goals. He is our addiction. We're going to go into game 4 here, where Drauga potentially have the potential to sweep Abyss and send them home in the darkness, sighing and sad.
They very well might. But due to the format, I know that Abyss is going to select that pass with nothing. They're going to fight as much as they can to keep this going, keep themselves at least to a game in the series. That's all they need right now. One game makes a difference in this format. We will head here into game number 4, and it will be Droga on a very, very big hit.
D-Lynch winning the kickoff there. Nuke missing the ball. Once again, no follow-up from the Abyss side. That really seems to be where they're lacking with that second man applying the pressure. Droga giving room to breathe, to do what they want. Friction finds Bigfoot in the middle. Back to Friction with the shot. Nuke now going to take the ball up the wall. Nuke getting a taste of his own medicine as he's removed from the pitch. D-Lynch dispossessed once again. Very 50-50 at the moment. Neither team yet to settle in and really show their dominance.
We're only 30 seconds in. Bigfoot tries to from the mid. Nuke does get a 50 away, but Friction will be there to shoot. Shrinks. Keeping that ball out of the net. Good demo from Friction. Bigfoot will take control. 50 away. Nuke onto the sidewall. Might be an opportunity, but Shrinks is up first, keeping the ball once again. Just nice and out of harm's way. Friction now trying to get past PJ. Can't quite PJ top forward, but Nuke is immediately there. Just keep that ball in that blue half. Little fake there might be a bit bad, as that's going to be a long clear from D-Lynch right into Droga's net.
Friction finding the ball straight into the middle. A perfect chance. You've got all your players up. You've got the chance to score. But D-Lynch saying, not today. I'm faster. I'm better. I'm here from the EU. Have a present. 1-0 to Abyss.
Just what Abyss needs. A goal early on, putting them in the lead, can be very good for the momentum. Good save there from Friction. Nuke up the sidewall. 1-3 jumping. D-Lynch does a good job. Gonna have to follow it though. Friction up early. D-Lynch nice job going under. Bigfoot onto the sidewall. PJ can't quite counter there. Big clear from Shrinks. Get themselves some momentum once again. PJ entrance to mid, kept away immediately. Ball hovering pretty close to that net. That might be an own goal coming from Abyss. Game now is 1-0.
Yeah, D-Lynch felt bad for scoring there, so he decided to give one back to Drauga. He felt a little bit mean scoring in the way he did. He thought he'd equal it back up. Let's go to a game reset, so to speak. It's 1 apiece. We've got 3:15 on the clock. And Drauga once again are in a position to get that sweep.
Indeed. But Abyss will be doing what they can to keep it out. Friction. Can't quite get much. Nuke now. Over Strings. Pass to Bigfoot. Might be being an opportunity here, but doesn't quite get a shot. D-Lynch getting harassed by Bigfoot. Now Friction. Looking for the pass mid. With a big pass. Can't quite get it. PJ now. On the counter. Nuke. Good 50. Shrinks. Will be there first. Big tap onto the backboard. Bigfoot can't reach, but Friction is there. Nuke now. Tearing it away for Droga. D-Lynch. Catching onto the backboard. Nuke now. Trying to keep some pressure, but neither team managing to do so.
Droga on the front foot again, it seems. And just as I say that, Caster Curse comes out. Fricks with the shot. Dispossessed by Bigfoot. It's almost as if we've got a game of ping pong going up as Peanuts manages to hit the backboard. Missed by the defender here. Strix once again going to put it on the backboard. Can he get the double? No. He once again sends it to the backboard. D-Lynch sends it to the backboard. We're playing Rocket League, boys, not backboard. You don't get a point for hitting the backboard. And once again, a clear coming out here from the Drauga side. And it, almost as if they're going to get a goal with an open net.
D-Lynch does a good job to get back though. Now it's Shrinks trying to get past some defenders. Bigfoot, good job to keep it away. Friction. Past one, maybe try and bump, can't quite get it. Now it's Bigfoot. Has disadvantage, trying to get past Shrinks, does do it. But he does get a good bump. PJ, good save, Friction onto the sidewall. Will be not up first. Now it's Nuke. Not much boost. But does have a lot of impact. Now Friction once again keeping that ball there close to the blue net, but Abyss doing a very good job in the defensive line right now. Friction, big pass to Nuke. Nuke back to Friction. Friction looking for the shot, going onto the backboard. Now it's Bigfoot. Can't get his shots. Rings a little bit awkward. Manages to keep it away for Abyss.
Great demo there into the middle. Blocked out once again by Shrix. D-Lynch now on the attack. Both teams now currently playing a game of guess when we're going to score. Seems to be very equal. These two teams for the entire series have been equal, but Bigfoot takes a big leap for the Drauga side for the sweep. And with only 33 seconds left, I feel as if Abyss isn't going to have the answer to take this win from the Drauga side. What is left to come from Abyss?
It will be difficult. I never like to count teams out, especially when it's bringing in to gain for overtime. Bigfoot, good 50 PJ. Last one shrinks. Might be there for the sharp friction. Does a good job to keep it away. Bigfoot now. Tap to Nuke. Nuke even passing it. Can't quite get it. Now it's PJ. Coming to a big tap towards friction. Manages to reach PJ. Can't quite read that. No one back for a boost right now. I like to see the attempt of offensive pressure at the very end, but it doesn't pay off. And now it will be Droga pretty much most definitely securing the win.
Yeah, Droga have just been that extra little bit organised when it's come to this series. Having that second man be really offensive has helped them when compared to Abyss. Abyss has done a really good showing for the side of Shadow, but they do fall short and they will leave with Peanuts.
They will indeed leave with Peanuts himself. Very nice showing coming from Droga over there. Getting a very good sweep, very crucial. Getting a lot of game wins in there. Putting themselves just an extra foot forwards in RSC.
Well, we've had loads of amazing content so far. We've had the 2 series from Prospect and we've finished it off with Masters commentating on Masters. But don't think that's all we've got for RSC SSA, as it's only the first week of 9. We will be back again next week with more week 2 content, so be sure to hit a follow on the Twitch channel and be back for more next week.
See you all next week.